right, you always know where the thing is when you put the thing where you put the thing. But then when you go to need the thing, you're like, oh, I think I put it here and it was somewhere else. And that's what dealing with all those cables, the spaghetti of that rack. Ah, hey YouTube, it's the Code Pilot. Welcome to step 6 of however many steps there will be in this configuration thing. So far we have formatted the server. We've thanks created our rack layout. We have got Proxmox on the server. We have we got internet back, good internet speed. I'm happy with it. It's faster than advertised, so hopefully if at some point in time I can get something a little bit faster, we should be good to go for that. Might need to update the modem to something else, but should be okay, and it should scale as we go. The next step is going to be to set up pfSense in a way. There's like 5 things that I want to set up on there. I for sure want to change the default username and password. I want to set up DNS and DHCP on it. I want to set up an ad blocker on there. I want to make sure that the VPN is working on there. And then the last thing I want to do is set up the logging on there so I can kind of get some logging and metrics. So go ahead and log in here. And the username is admin. The default password is pfSense. Yeah. I've had this window open quite a while. Okay. And as we can see, my IP is just chilling right here. I'm going to change that at some point, probably. We do have access. I do want to do this update here, since, yes, current stable version. There we go. So we will run this update quickly. Well, I don't know if it'll be quick. It's going to take as long as it's going to take. Hopefully not too long. We'll do the update, and then we'll change the password, and then we'll get into like some DNS stuff. Ah, yes, the forward and then backward going bar. My favorite. And this... Oh, now I remember. So, the Broadcom card... Was it the Broadcom? I bought some like 2.5 gig, right? So that server by default has an inbuilt embedded Intel. It's a lot of N's and M's. An embedded Intel card with 4 ports on it, and they're 1 gig. And then I added the fiber card, the 10 gig. But I found out that my modem, the port out on my modem is 2.5 gig, but I only had a 1 gig port on that server. So I bought a 2.5 gig Broadcom card and shoved it in there. And I was able to download drivers before I swapped it over, because it doesn't play nicely with, for whatever reason, the new version of pfSense. And the first time I formatted it, I had to go through this whole thing of like getting the drivers and doing all this and seeing if it worked. And then it didn't. Then I got a different network card and it still didn't work until I got an Intel card. Intel and FreeBSD, which is what pfSense is built on, work really well together. So my best advice, just get the Intel card. It's like $5 more than the Broadcom, but I will actually be able to do this update, because I was not able to do this update before, because the first time I tried to do it, it didn't have the drivers and it bricked the whole thing. And that's why I was running version 2.7 for so long, is because when it tried to do the update to 2.8, which runs on FreeBSD 15 instead of 14, the drivers weren't out yet for that card. And so I just ended up staying on 2.7 the last time I formatted it. But now I can actually go to 2.8 because I have the correct card that will play nicely with this. And now we wait the 90 seconds for the reboot. I just want to get to the part where I make the rack look nice. Like, honestly, I just want to get in there and rip a bunch of stuff out and put some stuff in and make some cables, because that's like the next step after doing this. after doing this, getting FreeIPA and NetBox, see, I want NetBox done and working so that when I make all the connections on the rack, I can label them and then go in NetBox and document it as I go. Because if I don't, I will know where everything is, but then if something happens, right, you always know where the thing is when you put the thing where you put the thing. But then when you go to need the thing, you're like, oh, I think I put it here and it was somewhere else. And that's what dealing with all those cables, the spaghetti of that rack, and you'll see in the coming video, like you'll see how bad it really is. It's gross. It needs to be cleaned, and it looks like spaghetti everywhere. So I want to just be able to get it clean and document it and pull out the label maker and have the label maker match what's in NetBox. And then that way, if I need to add anything or something breaks or switch something out or something like that, I can just go in NetBox and go, okay, this connects to here. This connects to here. I can add something here. I can take something out of here. I can move this here, whatever. And then I just know. And then from there, we can move on and we could do the Kubernetes thing. We do the monitoring thing. And then eventually, we'll write some software and we'll put it on our cluster, or we'll put it somewhere, make some kind of little cool admin thing that tracks stuff. I'm thinking like for our first project that we do together, just like some kind of little task manager thing or something like that. Or we can make a customer, you want to keep track of a customer's name and phone number and just have like a little database thing. We can do that. We can, keep track of what's in your fridge so that you can monitor your expiration dates. Whatever. Let me know in the comments what you want our first project to be. I've been kind of ruminating on it and thinking about it. It could be like super simple things: task tracker, customer tracker, contact tracker, but just kind of something that gives you sort of a baseline of how things work together, how to start a project, what to download, and all that. And I still have, you can't see it, it's over there, the Christmas computer that was built still doesn't have an operating system on it. I have the operating system. It's right here. It's on this flash drive. We could just install it. But when I do that, I want the next video after that. It's going to be like installing operating system. And I'm not going to tell you which one it is. It's going to be a surprise. It's not Mac OS. But other than that, it's a surprise as far as what we're installing on there. And then once we do that, it'll be like install the software that you need to do the development, and then boom, right into some sort of really cool project. I just don't know exactly what the project is yet. So let me know in the comments if you have some ideas. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Why is this still not ready? Is it up? Could we like just ping it? No. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Let's go ahead and check out, oh, where is it? 10, is it here? No, Proxmox. What? Nope, that's that. Proxmox. Yeah. What's going on? Oh, it's still starting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it had an update, so it would make sense that it's gonna like take a little minute to load. System is upgrading. Yeah, see, it's rebooting again. That's okay. Hopefully this is not like, I think like 2 hours and 40 minutes was the total shooting time on the other video. Yeah, 2.8. Okay, so we'll hope that our internet just miraculously comes back when this thing is done. No guest agent configured. I don't know if we really need that. And I do want to know if in the networking it shows... Well, I guess it wouldn't have this yet because it has this. Can I just update this with the IP? Yeah, I mean, I can, but it changes, so we're not going to worry about that. The other thing that I think we're going to do is probably set up like some sort of low priority network thing here, like for backup or something, so that it's not just going over the 10 gig. Although that does have a second 10 gig port, so we can like bond them together. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so this is up allegedly now. So yeah, I have internet. And yeah, okay, so admin pfSense. And then the first thing we want to do is change the password. That's like mandatory. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, and then we can authentication servers. I think this will do LDAP. Yeah, so we'll set up LDAP at some point in time later on. I'm gonna be too worried about that, but we do want to go into the package manager and just kind of take a poke through here and see cool things that we want to install. We definitely want the yeah, we want iPerf because that's for our performance testing. We want we might want Nmap. We want PFBlocker next gen. That's the ad blocker. We want not open VPN client. Snort. We don't worry about the proxy. We don't worry about sudo. WireGuard. Here we go. And then the way that we'll set this up is we will use this machine as our primary DNS, but we will forward through the forwarder. Is it the forwarder? To the DNS server. Okay. So we won't set this up yet, but what we're going to do is we will, when we set up FreeIPA, we will come back in here. I'll switch to DHCP backend. Okay. We will, for our DNS, we'll enable the forwarder, and then we will use the domain overrides for our local domain, and we will send all of the local domain requests through to our FreeIPA server. So I think the DNS for now, this is not correct. This we want to point to 10.1.1.1 actually. And that should update at some point. We're not worried about high availability, but on LAN here, yes. So pool range, that's correct. DNS server 10.1.1.1, that's correct. Gateway 10.1.1.1. Domain name cp.lan, and we'll automatically add cp.lan. And we'll leave all these the same. We'll eventually get to TFTP, LDAP, network booting. We'll set up NTP, save, and then eventually we'll also go through and statically map everything to this type layout here. We'll gather all of the MAC addresses for everything, and then we'll figure out static IPs for the things that belong on our network, and then we'll know if there's some weird DHCP address that we don't recognize. Then we can start to look at it and be like, something's going on here. So a level of security, I would say. Yeah, we don't need any additional pools yet. That's fine. I'm sure that we're probably using quite a few leases right now, just because everything's on DHCP. We'll go take a look right now. Where is DHCP leases? Oh, yeah, stuff's going to start popping in here because the network just restarted. So as stuff like reconnects and starts to get addresses, it'll start pulling these. Actually, I don't even know what this is. No idea. So we were doing the DHCP DNS resolver, and this, oh, no, it's interfaces for WAN? No, LAN. General setup, maybe? Ah, yes, here we go. Okay, so host name without the domain part. You are called Anemone, and you live on CP LAN, and your DNS servers, we want the quad 9 DNS servers. I think we want the 11 one. Malware blocking, DNS sec, unsecured, no malware. Yeah, we want this one. We want this one as the primary. And we want this one as secondary. Allow DNS server list to be overridden by... No, we don't want that. DNS resolution behavior. Use local, fall back to remote. Yeah, that's fine. Time zone is Los Angeles. Up here, America, Los Angeles. Time servers, we will set these later because reasons. Dashboard columns 2, that's fine. Interfaces, I don't really care about that. Left column, I don't really care about that. Login page color, yeah, dark blue's cool. Show hostname on login banner, I don't think so. And then we'll do all the certificate stuff once we set up FreeIPA. So that's our DNS and DHCP. Our ad blocker's done. Let's go and look at our logging. Actually, our ad blocker is not yet configured. That's under services, I think. Oh, PFBlockerNG. Here we go. Next. Before proceeding, settings will be wiped. There are no settings. Okay, next. Select inbound interface. Outbound interface. I think it goes this way. No, inbound. I don't know. This thing seems like it thought that it knew. But we'll see. Okay. Not worried about IPv6. Next. Virtual IP address must be in an isolated range that is not used in your network. Okay. 192.168.1. I don't know. 80. Yeah, that's fine. Finish. And it's doing an update. Okay. Update process ended. Okay. So we need to make sure that the interfaces are correct. Yeah, I think it worked because there should be ads on here and now they're gone. And then also, I think if we go to Google and we try to go to here, like the sponsored, that one worked. Does this work? Oh, you got to go over here first. Let's see. That's their own ad there. So I think, yeah, the ad blocking definitely worked. There shouldn't be any ads down here either. Like this right here's an ad, and I can't even click on it. So yeah, the ad blocker's done. Let's check the logging aspect. Where is the logging here? Status maybe. System log, traffic graph. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. And then system logs. Yeah, there was one of like a chart monitoring maybe. Yeah, this is all looking good here. I did want something showing like everything on the network. My other router has that, so there might be something for this that we can look into, but we'll look into that later. I'm good with the logging side here. And then lastly, the VPN WireGuard. I need to add tunnel, add tunnel. It should be called like main tunnel. Interface assignments. I think this is right. Well, I guess we just look right. So WAN. I feel like I need to write this down somewhere. Yeah, WAN equals 0, LAN equals 1. So yeah, WAN 0, LAN 1, that's fine. And then if we go back here, that's the tunnel, that's the correct port. Address is assigned to the tunnel interface. I think I'm going to just leave that there. So save the tunnel. A private key must be specified. We'll just generate that. It's fine. Save. And then peers. We'll make a peer. We'll just call this me. We'll generate some keys. That'll probably make me put a public key in here, but allowed. Just leave that all allowed. That'll be fine. Save the peer. A public key must be specified. Okay, I'll just do one of these. Save. Not a valid WireGuard public key. Okay, can I just copy this and then use this and then generate another key? And then save. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And settings, and it's not running, so we'll enable it. And then we'll save this. And we'll apply the changes. And then I should just be able to set this up on a client and test it. That should be fine. So that's it for WireGuard. Relatively easy. Most of the time was spent just waiting for it to update and installing packages, but this is looking good. Next thing we'll do is going to be NetBox. After that, we'll do FreeIPA. We'll come back in here. We'll make some tinkering with that. Get our certificates set up. So we'll do NetBox, and then we'll do FreeIPA, and then we'll do FreeIPA first. No, NetBox first. Yeah, so next what we'll do NetBox, we'll do FreeIPA. We will come back in here, set some settings. We'll go into Proxmox, set some settings, and then we'll do the physical rack stuff. Then we'll get into like Kubernetes and all that. So that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things. Send it to your uncle. Watch it in your car, preferably. No, don't do that. That's it. Okay, bye.